Was working on a little fuel tank for the Bibster and had something that somebody told me about welding aluminum versus steel that kind of stuck in my head and kind of felt like I maybe need to share it with you guys. Alright guys, welcome back to another quick tip, another aluminum TIG welding quick tip for you guys. So, I was making this tank, was kind of doing some aluminum welding, and I probably don't get to do this enough, as seen by my skill set here. I need to practice a little more, but I mean, that's kind of the case for all of us, right? So anyway, I was kind of working on this and something popped in my head that I'd heard from Mike Furyk a while back. Me and him was hanging out and he said something that kind of struck me in a way that I felt like I need to pass on to you guys. If you don't know Michael Furyk, he makes the Furyk cups. I don't have one on here right now, mainly because I'm doing some aluminum, but he is like the guy when it comes to these gas cups and lenses. Super good quality and they produce great results. Anyway, was sitting with him. He was teaching a class at Pitt one time, and I happened to be there, and he was talking about the difference between welding aluminum and say mild steel, chromoly, stainless, any of those. And he was basically saying that mild steel, stainless, those are like a hot date, and aluminum is like the woman you want to marry. And what he meant by that is that when you start welding aluminum versus say a mild steel, a stainless or whatever, a lot of times on stainless and mild steel, when you get ready to go, you can strike that arc, you can lay the pedal to it, and you're instantly gonna have that puddle form. And once you do, you can start throwing some filler rod to it, and you can get to business. You can start rolling, right? It's like a hot date. One night stand, you fill in the blank. You kind of get what I'm saying. It doesn't take much warming up. You throw the arc to it, you pretty much instantly got a nice puddle and you can rock and roll. You can get the job done. Aluminum is a little different. You gotta kind of serenade aluminum. You gotta kind of finesse it. You gotta warm it up. You know, you just can't get straight to the business on aluminum. You gotta strike that arc. You gotta heat that aluminum up. The main reason is because it dissipates heat so fast. So you strike that arc, even if you're throwing pedal to it, that heat's just flowing out through the aluminum itself. It's dissipating that heat much faster than it would be in steel. And you don't want to start trying to put filler rod in that too soon. You're gonna start running into trouble. You wanna let it sit there. You wanna let that puddle form. You wanna get all that kind of warmed up, you know. It's like the, you know, it's like the wife material versus the one night stand or the hot date. You gotta kind of warm it up. You gotta get it just right. You gotta take the time that is necessary to get it just right. Get it nice and warm, get that puddle formed. And then and only then, once you get that thing the way that you want it, then you can start throwing the filler rod in there and start rocking and rolling. You get what I'm saying? So, as different as it was, it made a lot of sense to me. I feel like that's one thing that people struggle with on aluminum. They're just trying to get to the business too fast. And so I felt like that kind of popped in my head. I feel like I needed to share it with you guys. And so there you go. There's this week's quick tip when welding aluminum. You can't treat it like a hot date. You gotta finesse it. You gotta serenade it. You gotta warm it up before you get to the business. Hope that helps. As always, thank you for joining me. I'll see you guys in the next video. Go do work, son.